Today I'm going to teach you how to put a pair of bindings on a snowboard. It's a lot simpler than putting ski bindings on skis. This back binding I'm going to keep on the whole time. This is the front binding. Most people, they have a base plate. Some bindings are a little bit different, have screws on the outside. It's newer technology. But this base plate has a bunch of screw holes. And you're going to place the base plate inside the binding, which right here, if you can see on the camera, there's a couple numbers. The middle number is 0, and then there's positive and negative. They go out to 15 and 30 degrees. The degree angle is for your legs. A lot of people want their feet angled out instead of front or inward. It's a lot harder to snowboard when your feet are facing in. So most people duck it all the way out to 15 or just a little bit below that. A couple years ago, people would start riding with really wide stances, and it's good when you're in the air, but it's not good for taking off, and you don't use as much board when you're spinning. So people nowadays are moving their stance in. So on this board here, I'm going to set it at positive 15. I'm going to take all the screws out, and then I'm going to place the binding almost all the way in. The person that's riding this board is a little bit taller than most people would be on this board, but she still rides with a really small stance. Make sure underneath of the binding is clean. Sometimes the base plate will pop out. You want to line the binding up so it's centered on the board, so that the toe and your heel doesn't drag when you're riding on the snow. Place all the screws in with the washers, and then you're good to screw it in. Don't go all the way around. Crisscross. It's a lot better for the binding, for the board, and so that the screws don't get stripped. Sometimes they don't always go in. You have to undo it. The thread might not be right. Once all the screws are all the way down, go around again. Make sure they're just as tight as you can get them. And then the binding's on the snowboard, ready to go. That's how you put a binding on a snowboard.